to, we're not responsible past 7.5 feet or something along those
Well, I'd
lines?
like to see the proposal too,
Well, I assume that you guys were all on the same page, I mean, you're all on
because
the
the only thing I
same
got was
page.
what Bobby proposed, and what he said, and even Bobby said to leave the culvert there.
Okay.
Yes, he said leave the culvert there, but he agreed that there was things that needed to be done. Right now, there's no swamp up on Woody's property. Yeah, you go up there now. There used to be a swamp,
Yeah.
but that's gone now. There's no swamp
The
there.
culvert at Ridge Road is taking water, both of them are taking water.
Yes, but there was always a swamp
Yes, that would, yes,
at Woody's.
it takes some,
That's not there anymore.
yeah, I know.
And then you have the one down Jack Kelty's. That's not,
The one at Ridge Road?
no, one on the other side. Because when the water came down
The one
from,
that comes up, goes across the road down into the other culvert down behind his house?
yes, when it came down from Liberty Lane and everything, Jack had a swath in there that would take a detour that, a lot of that water out onto his property into his pond. And that really has been almost done away with now.
Because we're talking about right across from Ridge Road, that house right there.
Yeah,
Yes, that culvert is taking water, both of them are.
yes, but there was also the swamp there.
Well, there's still a swamp
It's
now.
not much of a swamp now.
Okay, but still, this whole proposal, I never saw it.
It was submitted,
It was way back at the beginning.
Yeah.
I probably forgot about it.
right,
Well, it's been 2.5 years almost, so,
Yeah. It's a problem.
Oh, yeah, when,
it's been a while.
it's not your property,
Maybe
so
not this year.
if it was your property.
okay, no,
then
I'm thinking you're talking about it was when, this past
No,
months.
no, this was
Oh.
back when Jeffrey was on there. I went up with Jeffrey and Cheryl and,
That was right after you got elected.
yes,
You
and I
were-
met with
yeah,
Charlie.
I remember that.
And you did a really good job, I mean, because I was really pissed, and
Right, because I had to meet with Charlie because Cheryl didn't want to have anything to do with Jeffrey because
because
Jeffrey was
he's been
being.
jerking me around.
Exactly. So I met with Charlie, we walked it and everything, and then I wrote the proposal up and turned it in.
And did it get Bob Center's seal of approval?
Yes, Bob, I met with Bob too.
So, you know, Lee, you're telling me everything, you're just skirting over everything, but let's go back to the
I'm
last
not
thing.
skirting over anything.
No, let's go back to the last thing. The next, as a person in this town, I demand respect, and you don't look away and go next. You say, okay, your time is up. The next thing is not working for me at all. I deserve respect. I do. I've been in this town since 1962. One way or another. I've been paying taxes since I was 16 years old. I think I deserve some respect. Everybody does. Everybody in this town deserves respect. And that wasn't it. Looking away and going next. When I'm like, we had an agreement, and now all of a sudden, nothing is going to happen. I'm just left with this mess. That doesn't fly with me. And it shouldn't fly with anybody in this town. Anybody. And I don't care if you're retired and cranky or whatever excuse you want to make. That really pissed me off. But getting back to this, you should have contacted us and said, hey, let's walk the property and see if we can work this out. Instead, you just kind of look around and go, she doesn't know what she's talking about. It's a spring.
No, it wasn't a spring. You never said it was a spring.
Yeah, you did.
No. The culvert, the water coming out of the culvert, pulls the sediment right there and it runs down the road.
Run that by me again. I know where my spring is. I know where my spring
Okay.
is. I know
Girl,
where
I'm
my
not gonna fight with you right now about this.
Well, yeah, you are.
No, because I'm trying
This
to,
is almost 2.5 years. Let's just have it out now, because I'm done.
I'm trying, but
No, you're not trying. You're telling me it's the culverts are taking on water. They're not taking on water. They're not taking on water the way they should be. They should be maintained. And I know that Sam has a lot of shit going on. So he doesn't have the time to do it, and he explained that to me. I mean, it's not like I didn't talk to him. But it needs to be done. I have 3 culverts. culverts on my property. I'm taking on a shit ton of water, and I feel like maybe the town should maybe do their part and help out. I'd
So
like to-
what we do and what hasn't been done in probably 5 years, one of the issues we're having is culverts have not been cleaned out. I've seen this all over town, okay? It's not just your house that has gravel going off into the woods or anywhere like that. It's all over the hill country in the town.
Yeah,
We're working on cleaning out culverts, and I don't mean to sound rude, but it is not our problem past the right of way. It is our problem in our right of way on a class 5 road is 35 feet side to side. It's about whatever half that is. I'm super tired tonight, so my baby keeps keeping me up. But so we're only responsible for a certain amount outside of each culvert, and that's it.
how
And the
much,
reason
so
is.
on my property from the road where the road stops and the culvert comes out, how much on my property are you responsible?
So I would have to measure the road and see how wide the road is, because our dirt roads vary from 16 to 20 feet, it depends on what road you're on. But it's a 35-foot complete right of way. It averages 7, 8, 10 feet on certain roads that we come out. I think Bullock's has gotta be closer to 20 feet. So it would be 15 feet, which is, divide that by 2, 7.5 feet. That's my guess without actually going up with a tape measure. That's all we're required to take care of, and I'll tell you, I've seen this all over town. The gravel comes down, it doesn't matter if it's 15 feet or 100 foot of ditch. All these culverts are full around town, and it's all just washing onto people's properties. And it is annoying, but unfortunately that part's not our problem. What our problem should have been is the road agent should have had someone kind of drive around going, hey, why aren't these culverts being cleaned? Why aren't the ends of these culverts being taken care of when they just weren't? And so now we have this big problem of the road material being washed out further than it really should be. And that's what we're dealing with now, and we're working on it.
Well, the town is responsible though, because they violated that with Bobby Bassett.
Nope.
I mean, that was already violated with Bobby Bassett, and then Jeff came in and he saw what Bassett had done, and thought, hey, you know, it's
So
already.
we're legally allowed to put culverts pretty much where we deem a danger,
Yeah, but
which does divert water onto people's properties. From what I understand, there hasn't been a house on this property or whatnot, so probably when the culvert got put in, no one thought years down the road there possibly could be a house, but that still isn't the town's problem. I mean, I could see it possibly being a problem if someone decided to put a 24-inch culvert on a main river right facing towards someone's house. There's probably some legalities against that. But when we just have woods we're dealing with, there's really no legalities against us putting a culvert in to prevent roads from being washed out.
okay, but then why did I spend so much energy with Ed in walking the property and figuring out what would be done by the town?
I wasn't here for that. I don't
Well,
know.
it's in writing.
Yeah,
It's
I
in
don't
writing.
know.
It's in writing by a select board member, and I want that upheld. Sorry if I sound like a bitch.
What'd you
but I
say?
don't
You
care.
said you wanted it upheld? Is that what you said?
What?
I just didn't hear what you just said.
The road goes up to, I forget where Kitty's.
Yeah, we don't have, there's no culverts going out on the left side of the road if you're going up Bullocks because there's nowhere to put any. It's all hill country. So I know that there's a lot of areas, besides on the S turns, there's one spot we can put one before you get up to, I think it's Farnham.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's not much we can do coming down because we're not allowed to dig on people's properties. That has to be a homeowner doing it and we are not allowed to do it.
well, then why, I don't understand how I'm not connected to that stuff, that rule.
Yeah, I
Because
can't just dig.
Jeff had no problem digging on my property and digging a big freaking hole.
He was road agent then, and if he chose to break the law when he was road agent, that's on him, that's not on me. I'm just telling you the laws that I know and the
So
laws
you're
that I'm
saying that
trying
he
to
did
abide
break
by.
the law then?
I have no idea. That's on him, that's on the selectmen, I wasn't
Well,
here
then
for
that's
any
why
of that.
I'm here. I
Okay.
appreciate it, and I appreciate what you're doing,
Mhm.
and I'm so glad that you're on board. I'm sorry you didn't see me taking your picture, but anytime I see anything positive happening in town, I'm gonna take a picture of it because there's so few positive things that happen in this town. That you're
That's right.
cleaning up that tree mess was huge.
Yeah, I didn't see you at all.
That's because I'm short. But I was wearing a bathing suit, so. But anyways, I would like this resolved in a way that is fair. I'm not asking for anything huge. And I'm trying to do this in old school Grafton way, where it's not, I'll sue, but let's work this out. I mean,
I like that way.
no, but
And
really,
we should work it out,
yeah,
you know. I don't know what we can do. I didn't go on any of those visits, although I did see you go, when it first came up, when Ed went out. One day I went to look at the culvert in the hole to see where it was. And I'm not sure what's upstream. I don't know what the condition of the culverts are, so maybe if those culverts were cleaned out, it might mitigate the
it
problem
would
somewhat.
help in that,
It would
in
help
that
a
sense,
lot.
yeah.
Maybe a good place to start, so, you know, I don't know what Sam's plans are, and I don't wanna go tell him, I don't wanna point my finger and tell him, you know, places to go work, but like.
So we're working on the worst of the worst right now. We have an issue at the beginning of Kinsman we've been working on for a little while, but since we lost an employee, that kind of hinders a lot of
Yes,
things.
it does.
So that is my number one because it's a danger in the road, so that's my number one. And then we have number two, we have about 5 problem areas on hill country that we want to address before winter, and it really just depends on time and help.
It would be really great if you could do it before next spring.
Yeah,
Yeah, just to get on the list, whatever number it is, and I know you're gonna prioritize it the way you see fit, and that's okay with me, but if you could give it some consideration.
oh, absolutely. The bigger the hills, the higher the numbers. That's
Yeah.
really how we're trying to work.
Used to have-
And then the less traveled, it's really like the most traveled roads, and
Yeah.
they're like number 1, number 2, number 3, and then we're kind of going, like, my number 5 or 6 is like Sergeant Hill. No one drives up there, so I'm not even worried about that. Yeah, like, no one goes up there anyway. So it is on the list to go and check out, and the whole purpose of the swales on each side of the culverts is so the material, it's not supposed to wash through the culvert, but we get a lot of rain sometimes, and the material goes through the culvert and falls into the hole and not onto the property. And since those holes haven't been put there in years, the material's just rolling onto properties right now. So that is my team's goal. We're doing the best we can, and it is on the list to get up going on bullets.
So if you could look over again what Ed and Bobby talked about,
Yeah, I'll ask Ed and Bob to show me the plan.
because I'd really like to resolve this, because weather is getting crazy, and if we have another,
Well,
100-year
it's been so
rainstorm.
dry, that we're due for.
this year has not been bad, yeah, this now's the time to do it, but I mean, if we have another like downpour like we did 2 years ago,
Yeah.
it's gonna really suck, big time. Excuse my French. Working in the newspaper business too long. So you'll look at it?
I will,
I'm not even looking at Leaf.
either one.
I'm not looking at Leaf. And while I'm at it, just shamelessly promoting, October 11th also is the Garlic Festival, the Grafton's Gargantuan Garlic Gathering, which is happening the same day as the Lollapalooza, and I'm kind of concerned about the traffic.
Yeah, me too. And the
Because
parking.
people park on the side of the road to come see us, and I don't know if people see that, they'll go, oh. So it'll be good if we do have some law enforcement there pointing to the rec field, so that we can make some money to do nice things for the town.
Good, yeah, I like that.
Right, thank you, take care everybody, thank you. Thank you.
Can you find
Thank you,
that,
Sam.
You're welcome. I think Bob sent her.
Yeah,
I want an email it.
I don't know if that went through this email.
Huh?
I don't think I got it.
Oh.
Look it up, the original.
What road agent report?
This one right
Sam
here.
never got to-
We haven't gotten that far
Oh,
yet.
yeah, that's next.
Oh, I thought I had it before appointments, okay.
No, it's already a long meeting, we haven't gotten
I
to
did
this
on my
part of the
notes.
agenda.
Okay, Sam.
Yeah, since you know my plans for the next couple weeks, as we know, we did lose an employee, so that's going to slow us down, but we have about 95% of the town roads, so that's good. We're pretty well wrapping that up for the season, and since it's dry, we are ditching, so like we just talked about, We are working on fixing ditches. Like I said, we have a very thin road, we're trying to widen a little bit, a lot of people aren't happy. I don't wanna sound rude, I don't care. We just need to make the road safer for two cars to be able to drive past each other, and since everybody likes to go faster, we have to get this done. And it's unfortunate that people are they've called me a lot over this over the past week and a half, and I just have to explain that we have to make the road a little wider at this point. I've gotten a lot of complaints about the cars having to stop and then allow someone else by, so that's just one of the goals right now. But the big, is that Kenny has been working amazingly on these vehicles of ours, as we know. He's been doing a fantastic job, such a good job, he found a hole in the frame of truck number 1, so it is now off the road permanently.
So that hole is not, when you say permanently, you can't fix it.
cannot fix holes in frames on semis.
Can't you just rip some grease over it?
Yeah.
So that's bad. So that truck is, to get inspected this month, it's not gonna pass. It's in such bad shape.
No way.
Even if that wasn't there, it wouldn't probably pass anyway. So that brings me to truck, yeah, it's one of the 10-wheelers that we've been talking about for a while.
Is that the oldest one we have now?
Well, the two are like 6 months apart, so they're like 2015, 2016, they're somewhere in that axis. So then he started on the second truck, so now we have truck number 2. Yeah.
Here's the bad news.
So the problem is, the frame is so thin that we are going to have to needle scale it to try to find any issues, and we're almost guaranteeing issues. We're not yet, but Kenny says the actual plow frame on truck number 1 is the only thing holding the truck together in the front on number 1 at this point. The cross members are so rotted out. So number 1 is we're not even gonna keep going. It needs brakes, compressors, airlines are melted. I mean, I have a laundry list of she's going out back. Number 2, we have a laundry list that he's not done completing yet, and so we're gonna invest more time into it, because we're looking at a huge repair bill as of right now, and we need to talk about weighing the odds on this truck. If we find major issues, like number 1, frame issues, she's done. So if we find issues on truck number 2 like this, we have to have a real conversation about replacing something. And I know our budget,
It's pretty thin.
yep, every year it's thin, but reality says we need a replacement. So I think we should have a discussion on owner financing of some sort.
Well, we have some money available in the capital reserve.
Yeah, but CV costs $180,000. $100,000.
100 grand,
So we can buy used, which we don't mind doing to do replacing, but even used, like the Freightliner we bought for $40,000 is not a great truck, and it was bought a year and a half ago or so, a year ago, I don't know, somewhere like there. It's rough, and that was 40 grand. So I would like us to have a conversation about some owner financing of some sort on a newer truck like a CV. So we can, the issues Kenny says that we're having with these 2 semis, they have clearly never been maintained. They are so unhealthily, he was pressure washing years. There's axle covers that are just rotted through. And he's like, this is almost impossible, because the trucks just were never washed, never greased, never taken care of. And so the major issues are because of maintenance, and it's really catching up to us at this point. And right now, if we lose truck number 2 because it's uninspectable, we only have 4 trucks for the season. That is not good. So we've got to figure something out.
yeah, we do.
So that's the big issue. The town work fun, great, wonderful, we're doing a great job. I appreciate my crew, they're fantastic. But this is an issue, because we have no backups if we lose that truck.
Can we do a lease purchase?
Yes. And this is something that I tried to express to the previous road agent, is get a hold of the guy up to a Freightliner in Lebanon.
18-month wait for a new 10-wheeler right now.
Exactly. And the thing being is what he says, even if you don't have the money now, order it now.
Yeah,
And when it comes in, if you don't want it, no loss, somebody else is waiting for it.
So I had Viking sieves measuring, that new DT 466 we have for a plow. They said on a new truck, it's a 2-year wait for plow setups. So not only if we went to go buy a 10-wheeler, we're waiting 18 plus months for just the truck. We're also 2 years of trying to get on a waiting list for getting a plow set up for it. So what I'm figuring we can try to do is buy something a few years old as an owner lease, owner financing, 2020, 2022, it's gonna cost us 50, 85, maybe 100 grand for a CV from that era. The CV is really what we should be going to in this town. Very user friendly, excellent truck, super easy to drive, super easy to plow with, does a fantastic job. I would recommend it. Or we can go to a 550, some Ford Super Duty. The Dodge 5500s are good, the 5500 Chevys. We need to go into that category so we can haul the Sanders, have the towing capacity, and we can run wings if need be. But I think this is a conversation we gotta have. I just don't know if we do owner finance, owner lease, can we use the capital reserve for that? To pay for it?
Well, we can, but do we have to get, we have to go before the legislative body before we can buy something?
Yes, because,
Because it's in the capital reserve and we can act as agents to expend, so we can do that, of course. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a conversation about what is the best direction to go. It'd be good to know that second 10-wheeler, if it's toast or not, too.
Yeah, it's in, it was in today. We had some issues with the roll-off, so we had to pull it out. Roll-off's priority all the time right now. So the truck will be back in tomorrow.
Okay. But it really limits a lot of things by doing that. I don't mean to get off the subject, and I know I brought this up last time too. But I was out there walking around today with Gretchen on Tewksbury Pond, the access road, and I know that we're gonna take down some trees. Is that still part of the plan?
So we would like to start on the inside and work our way out because the trees on the outside.
Up at the landing, you mean?
Yeah.
And work down towards the road?
Yep.
Okay.
Because eventually we need the road line.
I mean, I can guess which trees you might take down, but you're not marked. There's a ribbon around one tree, but it looked like it'd been there for,
Yeah, there should be one, once you get crest the hill, you take the first little turn, there's a ribbon right there on a big pine tree.
yeah.
And that's because that's as far as I wanted, Fox Street gave us a quote, that's as far as I need them to go.
Okay,
I have the quote here.
so,
Yep.
so you were talking about, so do we have any work planned there this year?
Well, we did till we lost an employee, and then
Okay, so
that takes
so we
away
don't know.
from.
but we also could talk that the price from Fox Street, and the thing being is, like Leaf said, is that road is ledge. So how much money do you wanna take these trees down?
The
and
idea to take the trees down is so we can expand the road, but if it's all ledge, then.
Then, yeah, you wasted all that money.
Now you're hauling and gravel and.
Right,
to build the
exactly.
road up.
Yep.
Yeah, and so that's so we get the travel lanes, you can go both ways. There's a couple of spots you could pull off, but it's pretty much a one laner all the way.
Yeah, pretty much. The goal is to try to at least get to the lane and a half
Yeah.
at some point.
But
But if we're forced to make it an actual, 2-lane road,
Yeah.
we're talking thousands of dollars.
Yeah, what's kind of a funny thing is we have, this has been going on for a long time,
Yeah.
that we've been, I guess I talked to the old road agent, he said he did grade up there once a year. But not much else, it doesn't look like, so I think that if we could just make it so it's more user-friendly during the winter, I know that's,
That is a good one.
and then plan for the future from there. I don't know what the best thing to do is, I mean, we kind of have to take the road as a class 5, but if it was a private road today, we would never take it as a class 5 because it doesn't meet town standards. So in order to have it meet town standards, we're talking a lot of money
Right.
because of the ledge.
And we have a lot of issues to take
Somehow we
care
have to
of.
find a middle ground there, so we
I
have
agree.
a nice road going in. The people that live up there are satisfied that we're making the effort to do that, so.
What's shocking is we don't know if there's no plan. There's no money. Where's the money coming from?
Exactly.
Where is the plan? The taxpayers are on the hook for what could be a bottomless pit. That's what bothers me.
We agree.
Yeah.
This
I
is,
mean,
this is,
why don't we go slow and figure out where we're going and
That's what we're doing.
do a halfway thing? I mean, why do we gotta go with a full blowout of the trees, of the ledge and everything? Come up with a,
I don't think we're gonna do that. We were talking about it,
Okay,
and
all
I
right.
think we are going slow.
yeah, the goal, like Steve's
good to hear.
saying, is we're just gonna try to bring in gravel this year and fill in all the
Alright.
giant potholes.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
that's so
And then
people
see
can
where it
have
goes
to
after
get in and
that.
out.
alright,
We have to get plowing it, we only have one truck that'll fit up in there because of the certain rocks and trees.
Yeah.
So we gotta get used to getting that in there.
Well, I guess it's been plowed by a private person
Yep.
in the past. I didn't even realize that, but apparently it has.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's,
The
it's
quote
really a
was
tough
just
one.
to kinda, I got a quote, it's free to get a quote, but, I just got that to start showing people if we need to do a major rehab, this is the beginning costs. Like, it's going to cost a lot of money to get a tree company in here, it's going to cost a lot of money to widen, it's going to cost a lot of money, so we have to take it in baby steps, in strides, because the town of Grafton does not have a lot of money. And so if we can try to do a step every year, every 2 years, to try to make this road just a little better and a little better and a little better, maybe 5 years, 10 years down the road, we could actually have a good road up there. But it's not gonna happen overnight, there's no way.
well, that's a good thing,
Yep.
okay? On a positive note, I like what you've done to Millbrook Road, good work up there, and I like the way it looks.
Oh, thank you.
Best I've seen it in years.
That was a fun road. Thank you.
Gretchen?
Yes, for the box tree, cutting the trees, does the proposal include them taking the trees elsewhere?
No, that's why the proposal was so cheap, because we are actually offering all of our employees to help and the removal of the trees. It costs almost $5,000 for them to pull down one of those pine trees.
So where are the trees gonna go to then?
We have plenty of people in town that ask for free wood, free fill, free everything, and we just drop it off if if you call us.
So it's not gonna be rolled down the bank, right?
No, it won't be rolled down the embankment.
Are they doing wood chipping?
They won't be doing wood chipping. This is like a bare bones, guy climbs a tree, chops it off, the piece falls, we cut the limbs off, we move it. This is like bare bones, 4 guys, well, we had 4 guys working with box tree.
One other question, have you, all that right of way, as you probably know, has been recorded with the registry of deeds. And so there's pins along that whole road. I would appreciate if you would identify all those pins before you start your neighborhood.
Okay.
And the state will do that for you. You can ask the state to come and mark those pins for you.
So yeah, do we have to have a meeting? This is, because like, I don't wanna press it, but we're probably gonna need a truck. And it's gonna cost a lot of money. So,
I would.
what are the steps?
Start looking for one and bring it to us.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the best way to go right now.
Try to get a bunch of options.
deal.
Okay.
Whatever you think is.
I don't have much hope for this second truck, but we're hoping that the frame doesn't have holes. That's our hope.
That's what they were doing before.
They're all due for inspection this month, so we're kind of pre-inspecting before the inspecting, and this was a massive shock, like, oh boy.
Oh, inspections are over.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, not for me.
Not commercials,
No,
not commercial vehicles.
okay, I was just gonna ask that question. Are you guys agents to expend for that?
Yeah, we're agents to expend for all the capital reserve funds. It was on the
Except for
ballot.
libraries.
Except for the libraries? It was on the ballot last year.
That's what I thought.
Shockingly to me, that they all passed.
So, can't you just buy the truck?
We could.
But we wanna see what he's offering.
Oh, I know, but
We don't have enough money to buy a new truck. I mean, like. we
can
wanna
you do a lease
replace.
purchase if you're an agent to expend?
We
That's
could,
gonna
but
go in
that's
front
a-
of the voters.
because it's a multi-year thing.
Yeah, it's going in front.
I don't know if we can do that.
No, you can't.
Okay, we need to move along. Please.
Pardon me.
Building notification, map 12 lot 882.
Okay, let's see here. It's on Millbrook Road.
Yeah, it's another,
Off-grid, no electricity and plumbing hookup, third cabin building notification.
She's doing it one piece at a time.
I see.
Yeah.
So everything is, looks okay here to you? Current structure, driveway, and it has got a porta potty. Okay,
What number is it?
Map 12, lot 882.
23.
Thank you.
Make a motion to accept it.
Second.
I'm in agreement.
I don't think we've made any headway on any of the action items.
No.
Shut those off. Off to the history book prices.
Yeah, so put that back on because, I know you guys were talking about it a little bit, the prices of the history books coming down in that. I didn't know if you guys wanted to discuss it further, and then Jody had submitted an idea
Okay.
to consider.
I'll read this first. It's from Jody Ivy, our library trustee. Hi Sarah, I have an idea I want to run by you and hope you might share around the office. I've picked up bits and pieces of Selectmens meetings about the isinglass, timber, and wool books. Seems like they come up every time I pop in. From what I gather, the town funded both the research and the printing, and they were meant to sell for around $35. I know some have gone into new residence baskets, but often end up in the dump. It feels like a shame after all this money, work and money. I was wondering if it might be worth trying eBay to reach history and genealogy folks outside of town. I list a few at a time, price starting near the 35 price. Handle packaging and shipping myself, keep a simple log and drop off proceeds at the office. It seems like it could be an easy way to help the folks find good homes and return some money to where it came from. You have to give it a shot if anyone else thinks it's a good idea and you can't think of any conflicts.
So,
How much she wants to sell on eBay.
so yeah, it shows, she's talking about the full price, that's what they cost, $35. And you said we had 200,
Yeah,
you got that many hanging around? What do you think?
we could try it.
Yeah.
Got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I would try that, and I would limit the amount. I mean, I'd hate to see them all leave town, but then again, 200 is, like I said last time, that's gonna last a couple hundred years. I don't think you're gonna sell that many on eBay.
You might,
Yeah,
yeah,
so how many do you wanna tell her to try and sell? You want 10
Yeah.
to start?
Motion?
Yeah, motion.
I'm good.
Are you offering 100 apiece
Well,
for
no,
them?
I'm gonna say this, but you can put it on eBay for 100. We've been having those books sit around for so many years and, you know, nobody's coming forward and buying them.
Be interesting to see how quickly she gets her to 10.
right.
Let's see what she does with the 10, and then we'll go from there.
I'll second.
And I'm in agreement.
You got Gary,
Can I just say,
he wants 100.
Sold.
Those are big.
in the real world, products don't go for 35 years at the same price, and that gets sold. The market has a way of adapting to things, and prices go down, or something has to be done, because the merchandise isn't moving.
That's why we're putting it on eBay, so they will move. They haven't been on eBay, so how do we know they won't sell at 35?
I'm not saying we shouldn't do that, that's a good thing, I'm just saying, keeping it at 35 forever and ever for 40 years or whatever it is.
I agree, maybe we ought to knock the price down in town for, yeah, and that's something that we need to consider. You're absolutely
Just
right.
saying, right, okay.
2026 budget season.
Okay, yay, we're kicking off the 2026 budget season, so excited. So I went ahead and sent all the departments their budget worksheets, with the expenditures through August 31st, and gave them till the end of September to put in their ask to you guys. And we just need to figure out sooner than later how we want to do a budget workshop this year. So last year we did it in one day. It went from 8 to 4, with a break in the morning, an hour lunch, and then a break in the afternoon before you guys reconvened and made your decisions. I don't know if you guys want to do that again, or if you want to try a different plan.
I think that works better because
Yeah, like the whole day.
It's a painful day, but then it's all over with.
Exactly,
We're not here like every night of the week.
right, it is.
Yeah.
For an hour.
We're having him dribble through the selectmen's meeting, we used to do it that way, and that was torture too.
It
would
was.
go on forever, and then people wouldn't turn them in on time, and we'd get right down to the wire, yeah. So just doing it in one day has its advantages.
Do you want me to try to keep to the same schedule, and then keeping in mind that the ambulance captain may have to come later,
Yeah,
Sure.
or at a different time, at a different day,
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah.
Try to reiterate that with her, 'cause that was really tough for her.
Yeah, okay. A lot of people take offense when their budget isn't accepted as is.
And then do the same thing, invite the budget committee so that they can sit in. I'll just do the same thing as we did last year. Easy enough, and I sent you guys the spreadsheet. Please use the second one, not the first one, because technology messed up the first one. When I copied it into the other spreadsheet, it like deleted a couple of the columns, so. Alright, well, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think so. I'm trying to think if I had anything for budget. No, that was all it.
Okay. Deputy Health Officer revisited again.
My view of a deputy, back in my previous time as selectman, we never had a deputy. We operated as a board of health, and if the health officer wasn't available, then the chairman took over. Or another selectman. I know we had an issue a couple of weeks ago about the porta potties, and I handled that one. Most of them are relative, I don't know if they're relatively easy because I don't take all the calls, so I'm speaking out of line. As soon as I say that, somebody's gonna call me up with something I don't want. But I don't know why we had a deputy before. I can only surmise that Russell was getting done and Steve Cudlick was starting up, so they kind of made that overlap. And I know when we had other issues, like the issue up on Dean Hill Road, the health officer was involved, but there was no deputy health officer involved in that. So I don't think that even that lasted that long. You know, once that health officer got standing up alone, we didn't need Russell anymore. Maybe he should have used them, seeing how what's happened, but what are your thoughts?
I agree. We don't need a deputy health officer. And like Leroy said, we are the Board of Health, all four of us. So if she's not here, one of us is getting the call.
That's the chairman.
Very excited. So I would like to have a deputy, so if I'm not here, unless one of you guys wants to do the 3-hour class to know what to do and how to access some of that information, because I know you guys don't do that class. And I am gone from time to time. You're looking at me funny.
Where's the class? Is that something that you physically attend, or is that a webinar?
I did the webinar version, there is a physical version, but the webinar you can do at any time. And it's offered from the Department of Health. But if you don't go with having the deputy, which I would like to, if I'm not here, to have someone who's trained to do whatever. And yes, we are all the health department, but you guys don't do the classes that the health officers require.
Who feels like doing a class?
Don't you wanna take up septic systems like I did, because it's super fun?
I'll take the webinar.
Yeah, I will too. I think that is good knowledge to have.
Really help. That could help 3 of us should.
Yeah. You have a question?
Isn't one of you saying that you would take over, essentially saying that you need somebody to step in as deputy?
I think if it came to it, then we would until we could find somebody. If leeway, if that's what you're saying, is if leeway got done, would we be willing to step into that position? Is that what you're asking?
No, if any of you are taking the course and going through the steps, that's basically you're saying that someone needs to do it other than the health officer. Otherwise, you won't do the course because it's unnecessary.
Then you would be acting as a deputy. Potentially. I mean, that's.
I think the three of us have agreed that we would take the course just to. So.
You still need to be certified as deputy,
Yeah.
so you do need a deputy.
No, we're not saying we're gonna be a deputy.
It's something you should know anyway as a
Right,
select board.
yeah.
Yeah. But there's a formal process
There is a formal process to be the deputy
from the health.
from the Department of
State
Health and
law.
Human Services.
So the select board have the right to be acting in the place for the health officer, so I don't think that certification is required for the select board.
But it would be better for the board to know.
It's a class, yes.
Yeah. So we wouldn't be going into it blind, and then she comes back and gets hit with everything that we didn't know, and then gave all the wrong advice.
You can't step in. It's a position someone needs to fill officially. You can't just step in.
Unless we don't have a position, and
Yeah.
nobody's gotta fill it.
Well, it's not your decision if the
It's our
position should
decision.
exist.
It's our decision to have one or not to have one.
That's your decision to appoint or not to appoint.
Correct.
I mean, the commissioner of the DHHS is the one that appoints. And they want all towns to have it, but not all towns have it because they don't have it.
Perhaps after we take that webinar, we might have a different opinion.
I'm sure.
That could be.
This seems like a really nifty excuse, just not to have you as deputy.
Where's the harm in it? What's the advantage? Not having it.
It's our choice.
Nobody questioned the
I'm
position.
not disputing that, I'm just saying,
What's the
in your
advantage?
wisdom as select board, there should be a benefit for the people of Grafton. What's the benefit and what's your reasoning for not needing one?
Because we are a small population town, and we have a health officer, and that's what we traditionally had, and now we'll have a board, everybody on the Board of Health, which we are, qualified to do the job.
So just to be clear, you either, sign on it or don't sign on it. You're choosing to not sign on it.
I don't understand the question.
The statute creates the position, not you. So you either sign on the appointment or don't sign on it.
I'd have to see the statute and then I'd have to think about it. I'm just basing my ideas on past practice.
Well, past practice, there have been 3 deputies that were in the file, but the file is very not, complete, I would say, from the years. But when I went through it, there have been 3 deputies in there, and it is not complete year to year of who even the health officer was. Just
Could be, I
drafting
don't know,
files.
I know we had years, we had no health, when one resigned, it took a long time to get another one. That's the only reason Russell became the acting health officer, is because I think we went for months, maybe even a year with no health officer. And then he stepped in and did us a favor by doing that.
I have one thing, on the other business, just to, cover, if you will. Ryan, I don't think we ever appointed Ryan to the,
That's a good point. And I didn't bring that up at the CIP portion of my, yeah. Can I go ahead and add that to CIP? The CIP's got, is a 7-member committee, and it's got, all the boards are, not all the boards, but the planning board is represented with multiple people, and the select board is represented by me, and we want a budget committee. I think it's really important to have a budget committee representative. The budget committee representative that they originally gave us never came to the meetings. So the last time, and I've complained about that to certain members of the budget committee, and they went ahead and at their last meeting, Ryan stepped up and said that the budget committee has appointed me to take her place. So now it's at us, so we should make it official.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So I'd like to make a motion to appoint Ryan up to the CIP committee. Yep.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you for wanting to do that.
We do this last week,
Each month, in the summer. So that was the August results.
Killen Pond off beach, test results.
It's a pass. But
That's always get it.
I don't like how they do that. I just want them to say like pass or fail, but it
If it
could look
fails,
like there was like a small number of E. coli.
right, if it fails, they would, notify
Right.
you.
Yeah, you will be able to definitely let you know when you're
Yes.
not passed. So this is,
And West Central Behavioral Health requesting $1,400 this year.
Which is what it was from last year.
Yeah. Make any sense of it?
But I know in the past when that failed, we would notify you right away.
Yeah, it does say that if
Yeah.
it's a fail, they'll,
yeah,
Tell
they
us.
make sure you close down the beach.
Okay, public comment time.
Uh-oh.
Ryan.
In reverse order, I guess I'm a little concerned that, the health officer, like, you have to have the authority of HHS per my understanding, so, like, if you just take the course and say, okay, well, I'm gonna be health officer and make all the decisions, I don't think that's legal, but I think the Health and Human Services Commissioner has to appoint that person, so I don't wanna get into legal troubles for the town, I don't think it's good, so that's my understanding of it, but I really vote for you guys to figure that out, yeah. When, Sandy said the worst of the worst, culvert cleaning is what you're focusing on.
Yep.
I'm a little concerned because I've heard lawsuits or suing twice now with the citizen whose culvert we've been discussing. It could rise to the worst of the worst if there's some kind of legal stuff, so that would be my friendly squeaky wheel gets the oil. It's not always great, but lawsuits are bad. So regarding the dispatch, yes, as the guy said, I didn't catch his name, safety is important, but the taxpayers of Grafton, the town of Grafton don't have infinite money. So the cost should be a big consideration